Hello, it's Emily, and I want to tell you a little bit about the Feminine Radiance Path and the Radiance Temple membership. It's a place designed to help you succeed in activating, embodying, and integrating your feminine essence and living a soul-led life that is fueled by your sexual and spiritual energy. It's a place for women to come and grow and connect. Throughout history and more goddess-oriented times, there were actual physical temples and women's sexuality was exalted. And while we aren't quite there yet on a grand scale with women's sexuality and safe spaces for feminine-oriented spirituality, there is a great awakening happening right now. And Radiance Temple is here for that awakening. It's here for women to come into a safe space, a container, to find that deep connection to her inner knowing through her sexually activated body, anchoring spirit into matter, all the way into the depths of the body. And it's a place for women to learn and be together and support one another. Many of the women who find my work are looking for their way back to the spirit of their sexual self. And if you're here, it's because you're probably feeling that calling as well. I used to do all of my inner work at home alone. I was on that loner spiritual path for about 20 years, and it was super hard. It was really in the last 5 years that have transformed me more than anything, because I have focused on healing my relationships with other women. I felt like an outsider. I felt like I was too much. I was constantly judging myself, judging other women, comparing myself to other women. And that was the cue that sent me on the path of intentionally healing my relationships with women and intentionally learning how to connect with women. And that really happens in sacred space. The space is created for personal accountability, judgment watching, and the assumption that a woman will find her way back to her power, and we've got her back on that whole journey. And that has been the most transformative experience of my entire life, and that is why it is such a critical part of embodying your sexual essence, connecting with other women around your sexual essence. For me, letting myself be seen and letting myself receive support, while also choosing to see other women beyond my projections, judgments, and comparisons, or at least trying, and loving and supporting them in their process, has taught me so much about feminine energy, which has helped me build a lasting connection to my feminine energy more in my body and in my life, which helps me feel more balanced between my mind, my heart, and my body. Helps me feel more relaxed, more trusting of myself, and more in tune with the natural flow of my body and my life's rhythms. So that is why the community is a very important part of sexual embodiment. So in this video, I want to cover some of the keystones of the membership. What is the membership? What does it look like? In essence, it is a process that you are entering. It is a 5-phase process that you're entering. So the moment that you say yes to that process, what we call the divine providence starts to support you on that path. So you say yes, and your energy is already in motion when you have decided what you want to happen. So the membership is based on the step-by-step path which is a 5-phase process that is trauma-informed, slowly easing you into the deeper parts of your body while preparing the body to hold more energy. The membership includes the self-study program, the Feminine Radiance Path, which is a combination of pre-recorded video and audio lessons inside of an online course, as well as the course book. And we also have our private membership community for the sisterhood, live Q&A, group coaching, and group challenges. The curriculum is broken down into practices, didactic lessons, rituals, and deep dives. The 5-phase process is an alchemical process, starting with the gross physical body and moving into more of the subtle refinement. We start our process at the bottom of this pyramid in phase 1, called Create Your Safe Space. Phase 1 gives you a chance to relax deeply, release stagnant energy, expand your subtle inner perception, and increase your stress resilience. Phase 2 is called Take Off the Masks. In this phase, we're going to evaluate the mind, body, and spirit of your sexual self by looking clearly and directly at each aspect. You're going to address your pelvic floor issues and also practice rituals for bringing reverence to your sexual centers, really starting to get the energy flowing in that direction. Phase 3 is your passport to pleasure. This is where you get to tap into your sexual energy, map and explore the pleasure centers, attune to the voice of your desire, and become wired for pleasure. When you get to phase 4, your energy is already starting to expand. This is the time to let your wild heart run free. So we're going to open and explore the channel between the yoni and the throat, addressing throat and jaw issues and tension that interfere with your voice, and practice expanding your energy and your essence so you can find deeper soul satisfaction. Phase 5 is about becoming the radiant goddess in your life. This is where you practice refining your subtle sexual creative power, learning to contain and direct your energy, exploring what it looks like to live fully in your essence, and integrate feminine embodiment so you can emerge as the embodiment of love. And that is the 5-phase process towards embodied feminine radiance. During your time in the membership and on the feminine radiance path, we want to take a look and see how are the practices working for you, and are you improving in the ways that you really want to. So we have our feminine radiance path assessment, which you can actually go and take the initial assessment now inside of our free community. We assess you at the beginning of the process, after each phase, and at the end. The course book is downloadable. It contains over 200 pages of expanded lessons, journal exercises, offers to share, reflections, rituals. It is full of so much information. You can print or use digitally. And here's a quick look at the desktop version of the online course, where you can see the calendar of live events. It's the first thing you see when you log in. For all members, we have a monthly yoga and sacred circle. And for coaching members, we have 2 live calls per month on the 1st and 3rd Tuesdays at 1 o'clock Eastern. All of the materials are accessible either by desktop or mobile device. I hope you'll download the Radiance Temple app. It's available now on Google Play and the Apple App Store. It's private, it's safe, and we are creating sacred space to stay connected to a global sisterhood of radiant women. There are 3 different membership tiers. At the self-study level, you're getting the live yoga class, the monthly sacred circle, private community with challenges that will deepen your experience in the feminine radiance path, phase cohort chat channels, and access to the feminine radiance path curriculum. In tier 2, you get everything that's included with tier 1, and we're adding 2 live coaching sessions per month. One will be more of a Q&A, and the other one will be more of a recalibration and integration session. You'll also be placed into an accountability group of 3 and provided with guidance and structure so the 3 of you can meet and support one another in going deeper into your processing. In tier 3, You get everything in the self-study and group coaching tiers, and one hour, one-to-one coaching session per month with me. I love watching women step into their power. And I also know that in order to tap into this part of yourself, we have to be able to hold you at your highest highs and at your lowest lows. So I just want you to know that it isn't all butterflies and rainbows, and I think a part of you knows that and may fear, like, oh, is this the sweet stuff, or can we hold space for the dark and the dirty? And we can. And that is why the community and the coaching and the live calls are going to be an important part of that. So you know that you are never alone. Even if you choose just the self-study path, you still have the cohort chat channels and you can still access me through DM. So you might be wondering if you have the time. I totally get it. That's a very important thing to think about. And just like anything that you're saying yes to, you do need to create the time for yourself and put it on the calendar and commit to showing up. So I think that if you are engaging in about 3 hours per week of like physical and nervous system and meditation-based practices, and maybe 15 minutes a day to 60 minutes a day for that personal spiritual connection, I think that's a good amount of time that's going to keep you stimulated and challenged and help you keep moving forward, like keeping the momentum moving forward. And there will be different points during the process where you are doing more and different points where you're doing less. But what I really want you to know is that the feminine radiance path happens in your life. It happens in your life. It's about you staying present to the life that you're living and bringing this sexy, soulful part of yourself into your current life. This isn't a retreat. This is for women who have obligations and responsibilities. You're constantly integrating and calibrating this soulful, sexually empowered part of yourself in your everyday life. And we're just here to help you process and integrate the energy and the challenges that come with that while you're on the path that's guiding you directly into your source and helping you clear the blockages and the limiting beliefs and shift your mindset and your body's programming so you can feel more resilient, so you have great pelvic floor function, so you become wired for pleasure, and you live with greater soul satisfaction and deep feminine embodiment, divine feminine embodiment. So if you're still here with me, then something is definitely speaking to you. And I want to reassure you that there really is nothing to lose by giving it a shot today. You can cancel the membership anytime, and we do offer refunds within 7 days of a purchase. It's just my partner and I running this business. And for the most part, it's me on the other side of every email, and I'm building all of the pages and all of it. So my goal is to provide you with 5-star hospitality. So just know that I am here. You can reach out to me anytime through email, and I promise to get back to you within 48 hours. I am in service to this mission because I fully believe with my entire heart and soul that through spiritual sexual healing, we can create the experience of heaven on earth. We can shift the trajectory of the future when we do this work ourselves, so our children's children don't have to go through a healing. We love better. We experience more joy, more pleasure. We feel more connected to all of creation, more in the flow with life when we tend to the spiritual sexual self inside. And we harness our sexual energy to fuel a heart-centered life. So click the button below, join the membership. I can't wait for us to get started. book a call if you have any questions or just want to chat about it. I'd be more than happy to do that. There's a link right on this page. You can just put a time on my calendar. We can chat about it. And I can't wait to see you inside the membership. Bye.